Hello, ladies and nerds. Welcome to the FBA, the Film Buffs Anonymous, where no film will be safe. My name is Chema.
I'm Eddie.
And we are Film Buffs Anonymous, where no film will be safe. Again. So you probably saw our last episode where we did our top 10 worst of the year. This is going to be be our top...
No, I'm going to make fun of it.
Okay.
Correction, you heard us. I fucked up and accidentally deleted the video. My bad, but on the bright side, at least we kind of went back to our roots.
Kinda.
That's the best I can do. Jesus.
Okay. And the opening is lost with the Eminem song. Oh.
No, we can still play it.
Yeah,
it's audio.
but we okay. Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Okay. So if you heard that episode, you heard our
Eminem.
You heard our top 10 worst of the year of 2015.
Yes.
We're gonna now go in a positive direction and do our top 10 bests.
That's 2015.
2015.
You want to start with honorable mentions, though?
Yes. I have some honorable mentions right here in my little phone.
Ladies first.
Don't you're not in any position to say that.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to let it go.
Yeah.
Speaking of Frozen.
I fucking wish. Okay. Honorable mentions. Creed, which was great, but in a year of way too many good movies, that one came near the end, and I had I loved Creed. I adored Creed. I hope Stallone gets the Oscar, but it's honorable mention right now. Also, Steve Jobs. Not many movies do what that movie did. It is a very cool biopic. The dialogue is great, and Fassbender is amazing. So Steve Jobs it's really fucking good. And that movie did not hold back any punches. He portrayed Jobs as a dick sometimes, and it works. And Age of Ultron, which I know a lot of people crapped on it, but I don't give a shit. I think it's a really fun time at the movies. So I love Age of Ultron. So that's my 3 honorable mentions. You want to do yours?
Sure. Okay, my first honorable mention will be Tomorrowland, an important film I think every kid needs to watch. Kind of teaching them about hope, trying to teaching them how to move forward with their lives, that there is their responsibility as human beings to do good for the history of mankind. Also, Hugh Laurie's speech in that film about the end of the world is amazing. Watch that film if only for that one speech. Next one would be Don't Hate Me, Inside Out.
Oh.
Inside Out,
Okay.
no, Inside Out is great. There is nothing wrong with Inside Out. The only thing is it didn't resonate with me as strongly as it did with other people.
Yeah.
So I respect Inside Out. It's like Toy Story 2. I respect it, just not happen to be my favorite potato. That makes sense? Yeah. Another one would be Terminator Genisys.
Smith.
It's actually an honorable mention. I loved it. I think people shit on it too much.
I did.
I think it's brilliant. It's great. It's given us a brand new slate. It had a lot of great action. To have decent acting, Arnold was fucking hilarious, which I think he's supposed to be like the best part of the movies. Don't hate me for this one. Mad Max: Fury Road is an honorable mention. It's not in my top 10. Right. Is it a great movie? Yes, but on the surface, it's just a cool, awesome movie. But I find it hard to dig more out of it.
Okay.
Although I kind of argue it should have been called Furiosa, featuring Mad Max. Just saying. And the last honorable mention will be Age of Ultron. Awesome movie, great movie, but again, to be on this top 10, you need to bring more than just being a good movie.
Okay.
All right, so that's my honorable mentions. You want to go start with your number 10?
Yes, I will. Okay. My number 10. We like I said in the worst list, and I will say right now, we are in a very superhero saturated world right now, and we get good movies, and we get shitty movies like Fan 4 Stick and Man of Steel. But we get some gems, from time to time. We have good movies like the Thor movies and some of them, but then we get little gems that are just so fun that you can go over and over. You don't have to know the all-around world in order to enjoy them. And at the end of the day, this is just a fun action movie, and that movie is Ant-Man. Number 10 is Ant-Man. It's a fun movie. It's phenomenally filmed. The movie went through a lot of pain with Edgar Wright leaving, and then directors coming in and leaving, and coming in and leaving again. And at the end of the day, it's Paul Rudd's movie, and he's just funny as hell in this. Also, what's his name? Michael Douglas? Or no?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas also really funny in this one. He's old as shit and manages to be really funny. So, At the end of the day, this movie came out in the summer, which is when you need the big action, fun movies. Ant-Man might not be that deep of a movie, but it does what it's supposed to do, which is be fun. It's fun, it's exciting. You can watch it without watching any of the other MCU movies, and you can really enjoy it.
I remember last year saying that Ant-Man would be the chink in the armor. That Ant-Man would probably be the opportunity for DC to overtake Marvel.
Nope.
I will gladly say I was wrong.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Ant-Man could have been the movie to make or break Marvel, and it worked. It really works. So number 10 is Ant-Man.
Oh, hey, there will be a sequel for this film specifically.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Awesome. All right. Okay, so that was your number 10?
Yes.
My number 10 will be The Intern.
Oh, nice.
The Intern with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
The reason why this film is number 10 and it beat out some other films, like Inside Out and Tomorrowland and Mad Max. The reason why it beat out these other films is because it's not an end-of-the-world film. It's not either we do this or everyone's fucked. Yeah. It's a great, fun, good story, real funny, certain scenes. Yeah. The scene with the house, like you said, you can't stop laughing.
It was hilarious, yeah.
Like stuff like that. And I think we need more movies like that are grounded in reality and that are more, everyday or like normal tales of, person to person kind of thing. Yeah. I really like The Intern. It did,
it did okay, from what I read.
It did okay, but I don't know. I just think there need to be more films like this, more realistic films, more films grounded in reality. Yeah. Let's see. How did it do? Let's see. It made, holy shit, it almost made $200 million at the box office.
It did well, yeah.
Damn, on a budget of 35, and let's see, critical response mixed to positive, so not a bad movie. I just hope that they take this and they continue on to make great films like this.
It was very charming.
Yes, it was a
charming little film. I saw it with the same little cousins that I saw Jamming the Holograms, and they had never seen De Niro in a movie, and when they saw him like acting and everything, they were like, he's so like
cute.
Like he's so cute. Like I want him to be like my grandpa or something. And I was like, you should watch Taxi Driver. You should watch Taxi Driver.
Or The Untouchables. You don't want this motherfucker to be your grandpa.
But De Niro is so charming in that movie.
Yeah,
he really is, right?
I hope I'm like him when I'm old. I really hope I'm like De Niro when I'm old.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really good, that one.
And my number 10, The Intern.
All right. Number 9. Number 9 for me, I spoke about this movie, we reviewed it here on the podcast, and at first I was a little, this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and it turned out to, and when I first saw it, I was like, okay, it was just okay. Then I watched it again, then I watched it a couple more times, and I realized this movie's better than I thought. Mm-hmm. And that movie was Paper Towns. Based on a book that I really enjoy. The movie takes a little bit of a different leap, but after seeing it several times, I realized that this movie was not trying to be what The Fault in Our Stars was, which is written by the same author. So it's considered kind of in the same universe, if you can say that. So what Paper Towns ended up being, it's the closest thing we have to a John Hughes film, mm-hmm. which John Hughes, one of my favorite directors, he did Breakfast Club, he did all these movies about really smart teenagers, and I love him for that because he portrayed like teenagers as interesting and as complex, and not many directors do that because Hollywood has this thing where they hate teenagers for some reason, and you gotta give them a little bit more credit. Mm-hmm. So when they made Paper Towns, I realized okay, this thing is the closest thing we're gonna get to a John Hughes film. It's smart. It's good. It has fantastic performances. It's funny, and it's one of those movies that I think will transcend in time and be kind of like just a little gem that people might not remember, but mm-hmm. for some reason. And it's very it's timeless. Mm-hmm. Like you can see it in 20 years and nothing of it feels old. They don't make references to anything old, and it's good. I really like that. So it was a great time at the movies that day. So Paper Towns, number 9.
John Hughes, I didn't even realize he was dead. I just thought I know he had passed away. I thought he was just on a break, like a good long break.
Oh, I wish. It hurt me when he died. He's one of my favorite directors ever.
He wasn't the one that jumped off a bridge, right?
I don't think so.
I know there was a director he was working on a remake of The Warriors. Getting off topic.
Yeah.
My number
9. 9.
Oh, my number 9. My number 9 will be A very important film that I think everyone needs to watch. A film that was awesome. I went to go see it by myself one day after work. I got out of work at 10:20 at night, and I looked on my phone. I was like, they're showing it at 10:40. I'm going to go watch it. Spotlight. A great, badass movie. In 1 week, I saw 3 films, and I'd argue Spotlight was the second best of the 3. Oh, the third best. Okay, I saw 3 awesome films in 1 week. Anyway, a Spotlight, awesome movie. To me, there's no main character in this. Everyone gets equal screen time, and you have so much weight on their shoulders. You know, you have Michael Keaton, who's dealing with the guilt because he could have exposed this years ago. You have Rachel McAdams, who's dealing with problems with her faith. She doesn't go to church anymore. There's this other actor who's able to hold his own. I can't remember his fucking name, but he's awesome. Mark Ruffalo, he plays a great character, investigative reporter. They do such a great job of capturing the time and the area. And they don't pull any punches. When Rachel McAdams is talking to one of the victims, it doesn't say, so when did it happen, and then cut away. No. The guy goes into detail and says, oh, well, I was this age, He knew I was gay. He kind of exploited that. It started off with us joking and him making a dirty joke, and we had a secret and this and that and so on and so forth. Granted, Spotlight, we all knew the story already.
Yeah,
we all know it already. But that doesn't take away from it. Like Lincoln, we all know, oh, hey, look, he signed this, civil rights, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That doesn't take away from how great the movie is. Same thing with Spotlight. Spotlight, it deserves its Oscar nomination, and I'm damn proud I got it. Yeah. Great film. Have you seen it?
Yes. I did. It is really good, yes.
Damn, all right. Yeah. See? Okay, so Spotlight is my number 8, 9? Number 9. My number 9 Spotlight.
It made journalism look hella fun.
Dude, it made me, literally, I remember thinking during that movie, fuck, I want to quit being an English major. I want to get my English degree and become a journalist. I'm not going to make any money because they're living in shitty apartments, but damn, I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really fun movie.
Oh, and I also like that one quote. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to molest one.
Yeah, that movie's so good.
Damn.
So good. Such a good year for movies. Okay, speaking of such a good year for... Yes.
Oh, will you ever allow your kid around a priest again?
No.
Me neither. That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. But, it's completely different. It's completely different topic. Number 8. Another movie I reviewed on the show. This is a movie that is so tender. It's so... it's such a... I keep using this word, but just such a gem. There's almost no bad thing to say about this movie, and it would be one of my absolute favorites, and it is. But it would have been higher if this year wouldn't have been so good, because this movie deserves a shitload of awards. It deserves every recognition it gets. I connect with this movie so much. It's the end of the tour with Jason Segel and Jesse Eisenberg. This is just a tour de force to show you that Jason Segel, it's just a fantastic actor. And, we expect that from Jesse Eisenberg because, he was awesome in Social Network and all that. But Jason Segel, he's known for doing the comedies. But you see him here, and he's so open. He's so tender. His performance as David Foster Wallace is just it's so remarkable. And I have no words to say. He's just so damn likable in this movie. You want to, adopt him of how just so tender and so nice he's in this movie. And he's just this tall, kind of overweight dude, and his characteristic, the look of this, not a character because it's a real guy, but I think it's gonna go down in history. Even if this movie doesn't get any awards or anything, it's not nominated for any Oscar, which I think is a fucking snub, because that performance is better than Martian. So what I'm trying to say is at the end of the tour was a movie that I connected a lot with. I know it might not be for everyone, but give it a chance. It's such a tender, really adorable film. So the end of the tour, number 8.
Awesome. All right. Well, my number 8 is a film you already called it, Ant-Man.
Ants! Ant-Man!
Didn't he do that during the movie?
That's in the trailer, yes. Yeah. I was going to do it when I said it, but I forgot it. So you gave me another chance. Great.
Fair enough. What was it? Ant-Man, yes. The most unusual Marvel movie ever made. Yeah. And that's saying something after Guardians of the Galaxy. This film should have been the chink in the armor for Marvel, and it turned out to be one of the brightest spots. I'd argue it's as bright as Guardians of the Galaxy or Captain America Winter Soldier. It's great. It's funny. They do a great job of using Hank Pym, because I know everyone was doing a bitch fit when they found out Hank Pym was just going to be the old Ant-Man passing it on to Paul Rudd's character.
Yeah.
Everyone went into a fit, this and that. Oh, this is bullcrap. You can't do this. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved every second of it, and I liked how they used some practical effects as well.
Yeah.
The genius of it and how well it opens the door to the next film, which Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
I love this movie. The Ant-Man is a great film meant for the entire family. You know, it's... I hate to say it, but Man of Steel, if you show it to a 5-year-old, they're going to cry. Ant-Man, you can show it to a 5-year-old, and they're going to just laugh their ass off. And I love the chemistry between Paul Rudd and the little girl. You know, hey,
Yeah.
Peanut. It's so cute, man. I hope I'm like that with my daughter.
I love that scene where he gives her like the ugly doll and she's like, it's awesome.
It's so ugly. I love him.
It's awesome. Also, I forgot to say when I talk about Ant-Man, Michael Pena.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to talk about him. He's so good in this movie.
The only Latino in the entire fucking MCU. Which, by the way, why doesn't anyone bring that up, motherfuckers?
I do, but, you know.
They don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Which I would like to point out, we are a growing audience. They are failing to tap into us. DC is going to beat them to the punch with Aquaman. I'm just saying.
We'll see. Okay, so Ant-Man, right?
Ant-Man, number 8. Yes, you're number 7, sir.
Number 7. It is... Sorry, let me just open my little phone here.
Super Mario Brothers?
No, dude, I fucking wish. Mario, and Luigi Mario. Number 7. Number 7, another tender little gem of a film. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. This movie is... The only way... It's so weird to talk about this movie because you just hear the title, you're depressed. Like, that is... It's not a good title, but it fits the story because it's very cynical. It knows what it is, and it has fun with it. The only way to describe this movie is imagine Fault in Our Stars directed by Wes Anderson. That is this movie. It is
Jesus.
Yeah. It's funny, but it also has the serious moments, and it's such a punch. It makes you cry. It made me cry, but at the same time, it made me laugh a lot. It is and when you manage to do both things hand in hand, which The Fault in Our Stars did. It really works, but the thing that works even better in this one is that the cinematography is beautiful. I mean, this is such a gorgeous movie to watch. Even if you watch it in mute, it's such a great movie to watch because the environment is so filled with everything. It's such a complete film, and it goes from live action to claymation to 2D to 3D. It goes through back and forth in order to like show the emotion that the characters are going through. The main 3 characters, who is Earl, me, who is the main character in the movie, and the dying girl, who is Rachel, they have such great chemistry, and all 3 of them are stars. I say it from this day, all 3 of them are fucking stars. We will see them for years. And, actually, the main guy, it's the guy from Project X, actually.
The douchebag?
No. Yeah, no, the main guy, the guy that's doing the party at his house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that guy. Earl is played by Archer Seiler, who is our future Blue Ranger, and the dying girl is Olivia Cook, who is our Artemis for Ready Player One. So again, this movie is great. If you like Wes Anderson, if you like Fault in Our Stars, this is the movie for you. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
Well, it did win Grand Jury Prize and Audience Award, so...
Yeah, actually, those 2 awards at Sundance... Last year, guess who won those awards?
Fault in Our Stars.
No, fucking Whiplash.
Ooh, oh, okay.
So when I saw that Me and the Dying Girl won those awards, I was like, is this movie going to the Oscars? Because it's fucking good. But it didn't. It didn't go, which I get. But I would at least like the cinematography or director nomination for it because it's such a hard thing to do, and it works. It works on every level. So number 7. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
Awesome. All right. Respect that. And my number 7 is... Spectre. Spectre was awesome. I liked it. I love the fact that they recreated some iconic moments, but instead of letting James Bond off the hook, they actually fucked him up.
Okay.
Like, instead of like him being trapped in the machine and finding a way to get out, they do drill into his head and fuck with him. Spectre... I had some complaints and reservations about it because it's kind of like this romance came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it turns out Christoph Waltz and him are kind of stepbrothers. Yeah, did you see Spectre?
I haven't seen it, but I wasn't going to see it.
As it turns out, Christoph Waltz, he founded his whole evil organization and whatnot. When they were younger, his father was treating James a lot like a son, even more than him. So to get revenge, he killed his father and faked his own death.
Well,
Yeah, just to fuck with Bond. And when he found out Bond was with MI6, he was just like, all right, this is going to be even easier than I thought. Let's get him.
this is what in psychology we refer to as daddy issues.
These are daddy issues on steroids. And he has the scar. Yeah, you know the iconic blowfish scar?
Yeah.
But he looks so fucking creepy. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I've seen pictures, yeah, I think.
Christoph Waltz? No, Christoph Waltz. So you never saw it?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen how he looks in the movie.
He's just fucking terrifying. And it's CGI, damn it. No, they don't have it. Anyway, okay, so he's terrifying in this film. He, at one point at the very end of the film, he's basically daring James Bond, go ahead and kill me. Be the monster I dare you to be. And James is like, nah, and he lets them arrest him. That opens the door for a sequel, and Christoph Waltz said he would do it if Daniel Craig is up for it again.
Well, Christoph Waltz is the epitome of a villain actor. So
my God, man.
I can see why.
I hope someday I have the prowess of him.
Of his face.
Yes. No, of the way he speaks, his mannerisms. Also, Dave Bautista kicks the shit. Bond takes, he's on his ass about 3/4 of the film, getting his ass whooped by either Bautista, Christoph Waltz, henchman, fucking drills to the head. In Mexico City, so many people should have died in Mexico City.
Well,
This film is great. Man, the story is awesome. Again, the love story is a bit out of left field, but it's okay. Part of me really hopes that this is that this is Daniel Craig's last Bond movie. But at the same time, if Christoph Waltz comes back for the sequel, I am down.
all right, good.
Maybe The Rock can be the next main bad guy.
All right. Nah, I don't see that.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Oh, just so you understand how badass Batista is?
Yeah.
They have an assassin set, okay, this is our company assassin.
Yeah.
And he's like, does anyone challenge him for his spot as our company's assassin? Batista steps up and he says, okay, what are your credentials? Batista just takes the main assassin and just chokes him out and breaks his neck. It's like, they're my credentials. And he's just like, that will suffice. And Batista sits down in his chair
all right. Nice.
So yeah, this film was awesome.
All right, good. That's 7, right?
Yes, number 7. Spectre.
So 007. Nice.
Yes.
All right.
So you're on number 6.
Yes. All right. My number 6.
You're gonna hate my number 6. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't care. My number 6. This came out of left field. This movie came out of nowhere, and I think it's here to stay. Manners maketh man. Kingsman: The Secret Service.
All right.
Such a batshit insane of a movie. I mean, this is a movie that I didn't know I wanted, but I wanted a movie like this for so long. It's something that is violent, something Tarantino-esque, but that doesn't go all to that route. It also really, really funny, but it manages to take, because I'm not a fan of I like some James Bond movies, but I'm not very, very into them. And this is the James Bond movie that I wanted to see. Something that's funny, original, very, very entertaining, and at the end of the day, something that leaves an impact. And I think Kingsman is the movie for that. And Matthew Vaughn is a fucking genius. He knows how to coordinate movies in such a specific way. Everything about this movie is memorable. From Exy, who is the actor Taron Egerton. He's a fucking star. We will see him for years.
Watch the trailer for Eddie the Eagle. That trailer made me cry. I gotta show it to you.
He's on it, or what?
Yeah, Eddie the Eagle. Yeah,
Okay,
dude,
nice.
that movie will make you cry. The trailer made me tear up.
We'll see. But yeah, Kingsman. Not only is it original, which is something that we lack a lot, it's also really funny. Samuel L. Jackson is good in it. Colin Firth is amazing in it. The movie's amazing. So Kingsman: Secret Service, number 6.
Oh, fun fact: Kingsman is actually Matthew Vaughn is currently writing the script for the sequel.
Yeah.
Principal photography is set to begin in about 3 months, despite there is no script, and it's expected to come out June 16th, 2017.
You will see me there opening night.
Unless he gets deported, but you'll definitely see me there.
You are in no
Position.
to make jokes right now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The Martian, number 6.
All right.
I actually really liked it. Contrary to he hates it.
I don't hate it. I just don't think
You
it's
don't
amazing.
like it.
I gave it a 7.6.
That's not bad.
That's a passing grade. It's all right. It's just not wow for me at least.
I'll say this: it takes a lot for a movie to get me really into it. Spotlight had me really into it. The Martian, when he goes up, I was literally on the edge. You know how they say, it'll keep you on the edge of your seat. I was literally like, I was there with my girlfriend, and when he's about to launch, I'm like, get off me. I mean, this movie was awesome, and I got teary-eyed when they caught him. I was just like, he made it, because I felt like I was with him throughout the whole story, and his humor and everything. There's one scene where you see him start to break a little bit.
Yeah.
When he's counting his potatoes, but you can hear the solar winds outside, and the plastic thing is just going in and out, and it's just like he is one piece of duct tape away from death.
Yeah.
From a horrible, horrible death. And he's got to deal with it. And the only way he knows how to deal with it is by joking around, laughing, and whatnot. I mean, Matt Damon, return to form for Matt Damon. I'd argue he hasn't been the same since the Bourne series ended. I'd argue now he's back.
All right.
Matt Damon, I personally think Oscar-worthy performance.
Well, he's nominated right now.
He was nominated after all?
He was.
For Best Actor?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, he deserves that. He deserves it.
He won the Golden Globe.
For Best Actor?
For Martian, yes.
Oh, no, but comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is pretty funny, actually. Think about it. How hard is it? Comedy is literally the hardest art form to do.
Yeah.
How amazing is it that he was able to be funny by him fucking self and him talking into a camera?
Literally alone on a planet, yes.
Yeah, and that was just to keep his sanity.
Yeah.
And it made science actually kind of cool. I was like, holy fuck, this is interesting. I should learn this. It made astronauts awesome.
In a time of our lives when we've had Gravity, then Interstellar, then Martian. Yeah, I think.
That's wrong. Correct. I stand corrected. Yes.
Yeah.
Astronauts have been awesome.
I think astronauts have been awesome for quite a while. Yeah.
But I think he stood out from the pack. I'm sorry. Gravity. Sandra Bullock in Gravity is awesome, but she's a survivor.
Yeah.
Interstellar is Matthew McConaughey, and he's on a journey. The Martian, he is.
It's a survivor story. Yeah.
I'd argue it's more than just a survivor story. It's a story about humanity in itself and our drive to be better and to survive and to not just survive but overcome.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, I thought Jeff Daniels was gonna be. Is his name Jeff Daniels?
The director of NASA. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be one of those guys where it's like we can't afford to do this. No, the whole film he is fighting to help save this guy. He's like, no, we're gonna do this. We're gonna try and get him there. We're gonna fight for this.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Sean Bean lives. Fucking A. The Martian. My number 6?
6, yeah.
6. So you're number 5.
Number 5. Fuck this. I can't do it. Straight Outta Compton. Number 5. I was going to make a whole joke about it. Be like
that's my number 5 too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's talk about Straight Outta Compton. All right, so number 5, Straight Outta Compton.
It's a crime that it got snubbed for best picture.
It should have been nominated for best picture
at the fucking minimum.
Yeah,
at the minimum. And Eazy-E's performance, I don't know who that guy is, but damn, best actor nomination.
Yeah,
at minimum.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I mean, this movie it's such a beautiful little piece of American history that it's almost being spoon-fed to us. Like, please have it, and it's so good. It's so good, and it's so fun, and it's a movie that's almost 3. It's 2.45 hours. It's literally 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it kept me like, dude, give me more. It ended, and I was like, fuck you, give me more. It was so good.
The original cut is actually 3 hours and 30 minutes. There's an extra 45 minutes worth of footage there.
Yeah, I know, but it's oh my god, it's the act. Let's talk about the acting first of all, which is fucking amazing.
It's dead on. I mean, every bit of that film is fucking epic.
Yeah, the Ice Cube's son plays Ice Cube.
Dude, I thought that was Ice Cube. I like Ice Cube more because of his son.
He looks more like Ice Cube than Ice Cube does. Yeah.
Jesus, man. And I like those Friday references. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. And here's the thing that I actually love about this movie. That first of all, you have fantastic, relatively unknown actors playing these guys, so you're not distracted.
Yeah.
Second, they portray them so beautifully, even from the hardcore moments to the tender moments, like when Dr. Dre's brother dies,
yeah,
and they're all together. They all go to the funeral. you feel for it.
Yeah.
You know, because they're gangsters, they're toughs, but they are complex.
Families.
They're family. They become literally brothers. The whole movie, and like the movie's long, but it's never boring. And that is the crime that it doesn't commit. It's so interesting the whole way through. It's always fun. It's eclectic. It's awesome. Straight out of Compton.
Honestly, I like how they included scenes that they didn't have to include to make it better. Like the scene when they're outside eating burgers and the cops come and harass them, and Paul Giamatti is like fighting for them, like, you can't come here and harass my class just because of the color of their skin. Yeah. Things like that. Like scenes that didn't really have to show that could be argued were just filler. No, those films were important. Another scene when before Eazy-E does Boys in the Hood and they're arguing with the crew from New York and they get in each other's face and they're about to fight. They didn't have to show that scene. Yeah. They could have just started out with, hey, Eazy, you want to try this? Yeah, let's do it. Bam. Yeah. They were so meticulous in every single part. It was great. And that last line,
Aftermath. Yeah.
What are you gonna call your label? Aftermath. Straight out of Compton. Just God. And Eazy-E's death, it was just, I was like,
so well done.
Yes.
Yes. Done with respect.
Very well. Very well done. And honestly, I think it left a lot of people after the movie being like, man, I wish I could have heard what they would have done had he lived. And I don't know about you guys, but it introduced me to Ren.
To DJ Ren?
Yeah, like I was a fan of Ice Cube, I was a fan of Dr. Dre, and I was a fan of NWA. I was never a fan of Ren until I heard it. And my current song that I blast on my radio when I'm driving is If It Ain't Rough. Okay. Because, if it ain't rough, it ain't me. You better get back because I'm about to attack. Just the way he raps. Yeah. It's so meticulous, just on the ball. Just, damn. Straight Outta Compton was great. It was great.
So good. So fucking good.
I just hope the follow biopics can live up to it.
Yeah, that is because 8 Mile is not a biopic. I'm gonna call Straight Outta Compton the definitive hip hop biopic.
Yeah, at this point, yes,
it really is. Okay, so if that was my number 5 and that was your number 5, should I just? 4. All right, I'll just go on with number 4. Okay, here is when it gets tough because I love all the movies that I mentioned, but the top 4 was so well. It wasn't hard because the second I saw these 4 movies, I said, okay, these are gonna be my top 4 favorite movies of the year. You may say they're almost a tie, but it's not really, because these are my 4 favorite movies of the year. The thing that was hard was the order. So I'm going in here. I'm going in here, but consider this. These are my 4 favorite movies of the year. I love all 4 of them. Some a little bit more than others because you will see the order, but these are, in my opinion, my 4 favorite movies of the year. Number 4. If you're going to go out, go all out. Mad Max Fury Road. What a day, what a lovely fucking day. It is such... Witness! Witness this blood bag! It's quotable. That's how good it is. When a movie is quotable, that's when you know it's good. It's such... It keeps you at the edge of your seat. It's 2 hours of nonstop insanity. It's just blood pumping adrenaline ride. It's fun. It's eclectic. It's dark. It's nothing that we expected. Some people expected this movie to bomb, actually, because they said, okay, what's going to be so special about this movie? We haven't seen this character in so long. And the original ones, they're campy, but they have their charm. And this one is definitely the best out of all of them. Mm-hmm. And it's such a huge return to form to George Miller, who at 80 fucking years old manages to direct this masterpiece of action. Tom Hardy is great, but we know who the real star of the movie is.
Charlize Theron.
And that is Charlize Theron as Furiosa. She manages to not have any lines, and you still manage. And when you see her face, you know what she's thinking. When she looks away at the car, you know what she's feeling. When she's yelling in the sand because she failed to protect her people, you feel that. It's a movie that doesn't have a lot of dialogue, but it manages to transmit feeling. So when people said, "Oh, it's just a car chasing, it's just an action movie," it's more than that. It's deep. It's showing and not telling. And I am on the floor in love with it. So, and I'm so happy it got nominated for Best Picture. I am so fucking happy. I don't think it will win, but I'm just so happy it did.
It's not going to win, but...
It's probably not going to win, but it makes me so happy that it did. So, Mad Max Fury Road, number 4.
I'll say this much about Mad Max Fury Road. I saw it twice in theaters within a week, and both times I thought it was awesome.
It's awesome.
That's very rare for me to watch a movie twice in theaters. For me to pay $20 to watch a film, it's good.
It's worth that and much more. It's so good.
Okay, my number 4, and another awesome action movie to my credit, Kingsman.
Nice.
Kingsman is my number 4. I loved it. I had been looking forward. I'll say this much. This film was delayed several fucking times. It was pissing me off. I remember I first saw the trailers in early 2014. I was like, great, September, I know what we're going to do. September comes, film's not out yet. Okay, it's coming out in October. Great, I know what I'm doing in October. November, another month later, December. All right, I'm going to go in December. Until I finally got to watch it in January, or was it February?
It was
February.
February. It was February, yeah.
Yeah, like near Valentine's Day, I remember.
Yeah.
Film was fucking off the hook amazing. That fight scene, bear in mind, this film is rated R.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, you know the scene where he's killing people in the church?
Oh my god, I love that scene.
No, that scene was actually supposed to go on for another 3 minutes, and it was supposed to be a non-stop cutscene. They filmed that entire scene non-stop.
Yeah.
It's great with action, suspense, you know, a very lovable villain, a villain that you love to hate.
Yeah.
Not Mad Max, fucking the Kingsman, the Secret Service. I'm sorry, I'd argue Eggsy could probably take out Mad Max.
Maybe.
In a fight. I'd argue he would. Great movies, gentlemen. I'm preppy. You can't see it right now, but I'm very preppy in the way I dress and the way I feel. I want to be a Kingsman, man. I would want to train to be a Kingsman. And especially that part with the dog. It was like, shoot the dog.
You want to shoot the dog?
No. But like, I love how they tested him, and he failed.
Yeah,
in any other film, he would have passed.
Yeah, it was smart about that, yeah.
Oh, my God, just awesome movie. The Kingsman, my number 4. To me, the biggest surprise hit of the year. No, the second biggest surprise hit of the year.
Okay. So, number 4, right?
Yes.
Number 4. Right.
So number 3.
Number 3. Again, this was so hard. So hard. But this movie is super smart. It's probably the most original film of the year. Or probably the second one. We'll see. This movie is so smart, so good, so interesting.
I'm willing to call that we probably picked the same one.
Yes, we did. Number 3, Ex Machina.
Fuck yes, dude.
Another movie that was snubbed as the best picture in the Oscars, in my opinion.
Shocking. You know, honestly, they should have swapped out. They should have swapped out. I'm gonna say
Bridge of Spies.
Bridge of Spies. I would think they nominated Bridge of Spies out of respect.
Yeah,
for Spielberg, because it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
Ex Machina should have taken Bridge of Spies, and Sherlock Compton should have taken Brooklyn.
I haven't seen Brooklyn, but I've heard it's absolutely worth it, and that it's probably gonna win.
Best actor, best picture.
Best picture, yeah.
How?
I don't know, but I have not heard a bad thing about it. I think it has like 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, I'd argue The Revenant should take Best Picture just because of the shit that the actors went through.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Brooklyn, so it's not really fair for me to talk shit.
Let's talk about Ex Machina.
Sorry, Ex Machina. Okay. Dude, that film will be studied for years. That film will be studied for generations.
This is, in my opinion, like when Inception came out.
Yes.
And it took over the fucking world. I'm so sad that this movie was not everywhere because it should have. It is so smart. It's so well acted, so well executed, and like all three main performances, you put them in a house and you make them interact, and it's just, oh my god, I have no words for it. It's just a gorgeous, perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect movie. Like in my number 1 and my number 2, you can say they have some flaws, but yes, I do like them a little bit more, but this is a perfect movie. In my opinion,
this film, I mean, they ask so much of the audience because they have like a couple like 5 to 10 minute long scenes where literally the creator and the guy who's meant to who do the Wilhelm test,
yeah,
you know, they're just talking, going back and forth, and that dialogue is so interesting because you get an understanding for what they're trying to do and how they're playing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they don't pull any punches. They don't just show you the AI. They show you the horror it took to get there. You know, you see these robots banging on the door so bad that they're breaking their arms off.
Yeah.
You know, in horror, and oh my god, and it's great. And you see, I was not expecting the turn, the twist. You know, at the very end when she leaves him, I was not expecting that at all.
Spoilers, but yeah.
Oh fuck you! If you haven't seen this movie, you deserve to get spoiled. This movie is like what, 10 months old?
Yeah. Came out like in February, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck you if you haven't seen this movie yet.
Yeah.
And the special effects, I think, are very underrated. It looks very realistic the whole film, the whole way through.
Yeah.
And there was a scene at one point where I thought the guy was gonna rape her. I was so scared.
Yeah.
That where Glasses was gonna rape her.
Yeah, the thing, this with me. I mean, now that I guess we can talk about spoilers, but Domhnall Gleeson, who plays the student, you feel so bad for him because like he's essentially the main character.
Yeah.
And you see him fail because yes, the twist is that okay, he was playing him instead of Oscar Isaac playing him.
Yeah.
And he still fails, and you feel bad for him, but that ending is just it pays off so well that you kind of don't care.
Yeah.
Because
poor guy.
yeah, because oh my god, this movie is so good. Just if you take anything from this video, watch this movie because it's absolute perfection.
This movie, man. Look at that! Look at the cybernetics. I'm going through photos right now of the cybernetics of the special effects. They're amazing. This film has amazing effects overall. Even the concepts.
Yeah.
They don't just make it an AI film. This is an AI film on another level.
Yeah.
Ex Machina, it deserves the number 3 spot, and quite frankly, it should have been nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, it's nominated for best screenplay. That's it.
Honestly, all 3 of these actors, they're made. They're done. They're good.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about work anymore.
They have enough cred for like the rest of life. I mean, those two just did a recent space movie. I don't know if you see it, but
that piece of shit.
And so you are in no position to say that shit right now. Okay, so
They know.
They don't know because that what shit movie. Anyway, but yeah, all 3 actors I see very huge careers in front of them because this movie was just so perfect.
What has she done? Because I know
Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
She was in the Danish Girl. She's the wife.
Oh, see, bam! Look, they're all in Oscar-nominated movies.
Well,
big movies for the year.
She was just nominated for that too.
Oh wow! See, bam!
Should have been nominated for this one, but
Can an actress be nominated twice?
for in the same year?
Yes.
No.
How about twice for 2 different roles?
Yeah,
So she could have been nominated, I guess, let's say, Best Supporting Actress for Ex Machina.
it can happen, but it's very rare.
I think the only person I've ever heard that happen to was Meryl Streep, I want to say.
No.
Let's see. Oh, anyway.
No. But,
So you're number 2 then?
okay, again, this was very hard. Not only for number 4 or for the top 4, but for number 2. These 2 movies, I love them too much. I think they are the best of the year. I think Ex Machina is essentially the best movie of the year. But this is not a list of what we consider to be the best movies of the year. This is the list of our favorite movies of the year. So when I say this is number 2 and this is number 1, don't take that to heart. These 2 movies are just masterly fun. They're great. They get into your skin. You don't even know what they are.
I know which 2 you're thinking about.
Well, not yet. Number 2, this movie made me happy. It made me sad. It never disgusted me. It never angered me, and I was not afraid for it because I knew it was going to be good. Inside Out.
I respect it. I respect it.
Inside Out it touched me in a way that no other movie had. The way it showed you the emotions and how it played with them. Only Pixar could do a movie like this.
That's true.
Only them. And as of now, I'm on record saying it. This is real. It's my favorite Pixar movie ever. It really is.
Wow.
It's just because I revisited it and I said, it can't be this good. It is that good. It is just so smart and so good and so charming and so it's timeless. It's a movie that I think will be enjoyed decades and decades from today because it's so smart and it speaks to both children and the adults in the audience in such a smart way. It's not pretty images to show your child. It can be sad when it has to, and it's smart all the way through. There's not a single point in this movie that's boring. There's not a point where it's not entertaining as hell. It's just in my opinion, another perfect movie. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I didn't like it, or oh, it's not for me, or I didn't get it. That's fine, but for me, it's special to me. Yeah.
Take Gravity to the moon for me, William.
Oh my God,
Dude, the feels.
Yeah. Okay, and what else did you expect from the director of Up?
That's true.
And, yeah. So Inside Out, number 2.
Awesome. All right, my number 2
Yes.
was where's my number 2? Creed. Boxing movie Creed. Creed was awesome. I think a very worthy follow-up to the Rocky series.
Yes.
A great film in general. Creed, you talk edge on your seat, man. I was jumping up cheering when he was boxing. He didn't win, but you don't care.
That one-shot scene.
Oh, the boxing match?
Yes.
That
Awesome.
Very Birdman-esque, but
Yeah.
they performed it great. What else can I say about Creed? Michael B. Jordan was robbed of an Oscar nomination to me. To me, Michael B. Jordan should have been nominated, as well as the guy who played Eazy-E from Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Both men should have been nominated. Also, going as far as the direction, it was great. So Sylvester Stallone, I hope he wins his Oscar finally.
I hope he does, because he will be the first person in history to win
Twice for the same role?
twice for the same role. Yeah.
I really hope Sylvester, he deserves it.
Yeah.
With this Rocky film, it made me cry. It made me tear up, and it had two fighting montages. The second one was amazing because you didn't just see Michael B. Jordan fighting. You saw Sylvester Stallone. You saw Rocky fighting for it.
Yeah.
And Creed, he's so torn up about whether or not to use the name, and in the end, he decides, you know what, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Great movie. Creed. If you haven't seen it, eat a dick. Go watch it.
That scene at the end where he's fighting and you hear the Rocky theme song playing.
Yeah.
That was an awesome moment in cinema, in my opinion. Just great.
Epic, man. That's going to be one of the few films. I never buy films on DVD. I prefer to have digital copies of all of them on a USB drive.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the DVD of this one.
Me too. I think it's just a beautiful film.
It deserves it.
Yeah. Did you saw when recently they had the Golden Globes and Stallone won for best supporting?
Yes.
But did you saw his speech?
No. What do you say?
He said, oh, he's very thankful about everything and everyone. And then at the end, when he was finishing off, he said, and I want to thank Rocky Balboa, who is the best friend I've ever had. Like my imaginary friend Rocky Balboa, he's the best friend I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's old as shit, and like it's such like an old grandpa. It's beautiful what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You're number one. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
you're pretty right, but here's the thing.
I will not shit on it while you're talking. I swear to
Thank
God.
you. But the thing is that I feel like I have to defend it, and I don't have to. Because while I believe that Inside Out is a better movie, I believe that Ex Machina is a better movie, and I believe that probably Mad Max might be as equally good as this movie. This is not a list of what the best movies of the year. This is our personal favorites. And while Inside Out made me feel of the feels, and while Ex Machina had me on the edge of my seat, and while Mad Max made me charged with adrenaline, and while a lot of movies made me feel a lot of things, there aren't words to express how much excitement I felt before, while, and after watching Star Wars Episode 7. Yes, cliched, I know, but here's the thing. I'm a fan of the franchise, and I even before watching it, I was texting you. I was like, I'm scared. I'm scared because it's like a girl that she treats you nice at the beginning, but then she turns evil, and you're like, should I give her a chance? Because we've been, as Star Wars fans, we've been fucked year after year, prequel after prequel, with bad shit. But
Episode 3, Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3 again.
Yeah, I mean it took a lot of beating down, but finally we put our thoughts and our hopes in JJ's hands, and we're like, please do what you must.
Do the right thing.
Finish what he started. And it was fucking glorious. I saw this movie 5 times in the theater.
Jesus.
And
man.
I want to watch it again in the theater, because if you can watch it on your TV, or you can download it illegally, whatever. This is an event. This was an event. Watching this in the theater it's so fun. Watching it with fans of the movie. I was surrounded by people who were loving it. Kids, teenagers, old people. People dress up. I dressed up. We were all so having fun. We got there a little bit. We got there 3 hours earlier, and because our seats were not marked with a seat, they were sitting you as you got there. Mm-hmm. It was like we sat there in the theater 3 hours before the movie started, because we didn't want to lose our seat.
Yeah.
And we got it, man. Like I went in with my cousins, and they bought Whataburger because they hadn't eaten, and they were eating it outside. And I said, okay, I'll go ask where the line starts, because the line was going all the way out. And I went in and I was like, where's the line for the 7 p.m. showing? And they were like, oh, they're already in. was like, shit. And then I went out and I was like, they're already in. The bastards took their burgers and just threw them in the trash. Let's fucking go. That is how much that is how much I, and for a major extent, my family loves Star Wars. And I know a lot of people don't like it. I know you don't like it, but
I didn't say I didn't like it.
well, I meant the whole thing. But and at worst case scenario, it was mediocre. Mm-hmm. Thank God it's good. Thank God it's good. I not only do I think it's good, I think it's fan-fucking-tastic. I will put it episode 4, episode 5, episode 7, then 6, then 3, then 1, then 2. That is in my opinion the way it goes. And it's, how is it not good? I mean, the new characters are interesting. The villain is interesting. The returning characters, Harrison Ford, he phoned it in for that last Indiana Jones film. He was on point on this one. Mm. And he was a standout in my opinion. So good. Just all. That is how good it is. I have no words. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, my favorite movie of 2015.
Damn.
Go. Go.
You're gonna shove this down my throat for this in the future.
Why?
My number one film for the year is a film that made me ashamed. It's a film that made me hate myself a little bit for admitting this.
What?
It's a film that I can't believe it. I genuinely cannot believe it. I think my ancestors are going to kick my ass for this.
What?
The number one film that I picked this year is a film that I stood against very much so.
What?
My number one film of the year is... And fuck with you. You believe me?
I believed you for a second, but then I remember that you're a fucking idiot. And then I don't care if you like it or don't. It's whatever.
No. So Star Wars.
I was like, holy shit.
Okay, I'll give this. I respect Star Wars. I don't like it, but I respect it. It's like Tom Brady and the Patriots. I fucking hate you with a passion, but I can't deny it. I can't deny you. I hate you, but I can't deny it.
Yeah.
So, The Revenant is my number one film. Great, that's my film. Okay.
And it just came out.
It just came out, yes. And I thought, am I jumping too quick into it for this to be the film of the year, the best film of the year? Well, here's why. This film went above and beyond what you're supposed to do. And moreover than anything else, it delivered an amazing performance from Leonardo DiCaprio. The role that I hope finally wins him his Oscar. And the reason why I think this film deserves Film of the Year is not only because it's a great revenge story and it's a great story overall, it teaches us great lessons, but they went through the shit and then some. Leo was shirtless in snow inside of a dead carcass. And that was a carcass. That wasn't like special effects CGIing. They actually went out and bought a dead carcass, painted it with red blood, and stuffed his ass in there and said, act.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was his decision.
It fucking might have been.
Leo went through hell and back for this, really. He deserves that fucking Oscar.
This is a film that Daniel Day-Lewis would have said, whoa, Leo, tone it down a bit. Tone it down, chill the fuck out. I know this film just came out, but this story resonates. A father getting revenge for the death of his son. You know, and this guy, he does not die. He doesn't know how to die. You know, a lot of films about survivors, they're like, oh, that's believable. How did he not die from getting attacked and mauled by a bear over and over again?
Yeah, that scene went on and on and on. And just when you thought it was going to end, no, the fucking bear came back for round 3 and like mauled his ass again. Like Leo tried to like move and then she was like, oh no, fuck, round 4, boom. And like again and again and again. Like that scene was like 10 minutes long and it's one shot.
And more opposite than that, I mean, for fuck's sake, man. You know the whole old saying, you're hurt, throw some dirt on it?
Yeah.
They literally threw some dirt on it. I'll be fine. And that scene where it's like, I can't breathe. And he puts like the fire, the powder into his throat and his wounds and lights it on fire to seal the wound shut. Just, it made me cringe. And just, the film just took you on a journey. And that is what a film is supposed to be. This film took you from point A to point B and made you go through hell, and you felt like you deserved it and you earned it. And the ending of this film, it's just justice. You know, Tom Hardy's character is on par with Christoph Waltz's character in Spectre as arguably being one of the new greatest villains of all time. Kylo Ren deserves the spot in the top 10 greatest villains of all time. The new modern list, Kylo Ren deserves that.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy in this film also deserves the spot on there.
I have never wanted Tom Hardy dead in a movie. Never.
Dude.
And the second this guy opened his mouth, I was like, I'm gonna hate you and I'm gonna love it. Yeah.
And like the little things they do in this film to make you hate certain characters or love certain characters. I mean, the Indian that helps him, I don't remember his name, the one who literally throws the dirt on it and he makes him a little house and he's kind to him because you're one of us, your brother.
Yeah.
And he avenges him.
Yeah.
This film, man. This film was amazing.
Also beautifully shot.
Beautifully shot and very unusual camera angles of this film. All the up camera angles and whatnot. And even eyebrows. I felt bad for eyebrows.
The guy who shot this movie, they call him Chivo. He's Mexican. Mm-hmm. He won Best Cinematography 3 years ago with Gravity. He won it last year for Birdman. He's winning it again this year. I assure you.
This film, they deserve the spot as Film of the Year, and this will be the film to finally get Leo his Oscar. I am calling it right now. If this is not the film to get Leo his Oscar, the Oscars are rigged, and fuck the Oscars more than before.
I agree, honestly. This is because as much as I love The Wolf of Wall Street, I can see why McConaughey was going to win because, you know, the Oscar loves those stories. But this is way better.
When an actor willingly spends 3 months in snow, freezing cold, freezing his ass off, possibly dying of hypothermia, sleeping in fucking carcasses, and eating, by the way, that was all real raw meat.
And he's a vegetarian.
He's a vegetarian?
Yes.
No wonder the motherfucker's so skinny.
But still, like, even willingly do that. And then
he ate raw fucking meat. It was actually raw, people.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. I saw an interview with him, and they were like, you're vegetarian, how do you eat the raw meat? And he said, at that point, it wasn't me. It was the character. Like, when you're so into that...
a basic human like habit falls off you. No, The Revenant is the best film of this year. It was the most tactical. I would argue it's probably the most difficult film to film.
Yes,
because that film wasn't cheap. It was I think like $180 million.
And they lost it and they finished and they were like, can we have some more? Like because like it was like and also shot natural light.
Yeah.
That's fucking hard to do.
You would think that was saving them some money. It didn't.
Yeah.
So this film, it deserves Film of the Year, in my opinion.
I agree.
All right. So that was our top 10 films of 2015. I will not delete the footage of this one. I apologize.
Better fucking not.
I'm not allowed to touch the camera for the rest of the day.
Yes. So that is our top 10. Our top 10. You can watch our top 10 worst. They're going to be...
You can hear our top 10 worst right here.
Yeah. And
thanks to me, I'm sorry again.
Yeah, and thank you so much for joining us through all this journey since the last year to a great 2016. We hope we get better and bigger things. We hope this will be a great year of film.
Please God, let Batman v Superman be my number one next year. Please God, let it be my number one. Please let Civil War be like number 10 at the best. Let Suicide Squad be awesome.
I agree. Let Suicide Squad be awesome. Let Deadpool be awesome. Let the great films of 2016 come this way. We've waited long enough.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for our first show of 2016.
Yeah. No film will be safe. No film was, and no film will be.
I'm Eddie Luna.
And I'm Chema Garza.
And you have a great day. Bye-bye.
High five. Awesome.